Hey everyone, Matt here. Recently, I have booked a few future trips and realized a couple things, which has led me to question if I currently have the right premium travel credit card. Currently, I have the Capital One Venture X and the American Express Platinum card, but I have wondered if I should keep my Platinum card or cancel it and product change my Sapphire Preferred to the Sapphire Reserve. And there's a very specific reason why, so stick around till the end to hear that. So here's what I want to do. I want to compare the top 3 travel credit cards out there and break this video down into 7 different categories: welcome offers, multipliers, annual credits, benefits, insurance and protections, annual fees, and lounge access. I'll then award 1, 2, or 3 points to each of those cards, and we'll see which card comes out on top. And it's not the card that I would have picked last year. Then, towards the end of this video, I'll share how I'm planning to change up my travel credit card strategy moving forward. So let's dive in and take a look at what these cards have to offer. As we go along, let me know your thoughts down below. And don't forget to subscribe to see more videos like this one in the future. So first up, let's talk about a big one, literally, credit card welcome offers. These are a great way to jumpstart your stash of points and miles. And all 3 of these cards offer pretty solid welcome offers. Let's start with the Platinum card. The welcome offer on this card will change dramatically depending on a couple factors, like how many times you visited the Amex website, or if you have a prior relationship with American Express. This is why it's strongly recommended when applying for an Amex credit card to use a different web browser or a private window. Currently, we are seeing people get welcome offers as high as 175,000 membership reward points after spending $8,000 in the first 6 months of card ownership. Those points are going to be worth $1,750. This is because we can value American Express membership reward points at 1 cent per point. Now looking at the Chase Sapphire Reserve, we'll find a standard welcome offer of 60,000 points after spending $4,000 in the first 3 months of card ownership. It's important not to look at the amount of points in the welcome offer and assume that more is better. This is because the Sapphire Reserve offers a 50% points bonus when we use our points inside of the Chase travel portal, which would make our welcome offer worth $900 because we can now value these points at 1.5 cents per point when we use them inside of the portal. And on the Capital One Venture X, you're going to find a consistent 75,000 point welcome offer after spending $4,000 in the first 3 months of card ownership. Capital One miles are valued at 1 cent per point, which would make this welcome offer worth $750. So who is the winner? Well, I'm going to give 3 points to the Platinum card if you can snag one of those 175,000 point welcome offers. Then 2 points to the Sapphire Reserve and 1 point to the Venture X. Next up, let's talk about multipliers. Because these cards are travel credit cards, we're going to find that many of their multipliers are related to travel. On the Amex Platinum card, you're going to earn 5x back on flights booked directly with the airline or through Amex Travel, 5x back on prepaid hotels booked through Amex Travel, then 1x back on everything else. Then on the Sapphire Preferred, we are going to find 10x back on hotels and rental cars booked through the travel portal, 5x back on flights booked through the travel portal, 3x back on dining, 3x back on all other travel, 10x back on Chase dining, then 1x back on everything else. And lastly, the Capital One Venture X, which earns 10x back at hotels and rental cars booked through the Capital One travel portal, 5x back on flights booked through the travel portal, then 2x back on everything else. Now, each of these cards have some good multipliers, but also have a few holes in their earning categories. On the Platinum card, we have solid multipliers for travel, with one important thing: the ability to earn those high multipliers outside of the travel portal. For flights, you can book them directly with the airline, which is convenient to have, and you can book them inside of the travel portal. But that's about it for the Platinum card. There aren't great multipliers for everyday use. When you pair this card with the Gold card, you can certainly have a great setup. Now, I'm going to give the Platinum card only 1 point in this category. Next up, the Chase Sapphire Reserve. With the Sapphire Reserve, you're going to have a wide range of multipliers, with one of my favorite multipliers being 3x back on all travel. This is a great one for random purchases that fall in the travel category, but not necessarily ones you would book through the Chase Travel Portal. Because of this, along with 3x back on dining, I'm going to give the Sapphire Reserve 3 points here. And that just leaves the Venture X, which by default is earning 2 points here. I'm giving this card 2 points here because of the 2x back on everything. This can be really beneficial if you don't spend a lot in those high earning categories. But the reason this card is not taking the top spot was because those travel multipliers can only be used inside of the Capital One Travel Portal, which does limit how many points we can earn on travel. Moving on, let's talk about annual credits. All 3 of these cards offer annual credits, with the Platinum card offering way more than the other 2. The Platinum card offers over $1,500 in credits, but they can be a little bit hard to use and not always worth it. More is not better in this case. If you want to learn more about all of the credits that this card has to offer, you can go check out this video I made right up here. Now, because of the usability and how some of these credits have to be used, I'm going to give the Platinum card 2 points in this category. But for the Sapphire Reserve, we have a different story. We're going to receive 1 main travel credit worth $300. You can use this credit for just about anything that falls into the travel category, inside and outside of the travel portal. This makes it one of the most flexible travel credits out there. Because of the ease of use, I'm going to give the Reserve card 3 points here. Now, if you go watch that Platinum card video I made, you'll see in that video I used more than $300 of the Platinum card's credits. So why am I giving this card 3 points? Well, because of how I currently use credit cards to travel, it just makes more sense to be able to have a flexible credit over credits that are sometimes hard to use and very specific. And finally, the Venture X. Now on this card, we also have a $300 travel credit, but you can only use it inside of the Capital One Travel Portal, which limits how effectively you can use this credit. I'm going to give the Venture X 1 point here. If we could use this credit outside of the travel portal, it would certainly get more points. Now let's take a look at benefits. Credit card benefits are what make having a travel credit card so great. And when it comes to the amount of benefits, the Platinum card is top on the list. The Platinum card offers hotel status with Marriott and Hilton, car rental privileges with Avis, Hertz, and National, and access to the Fine Hotels and Resorts collection. And while not directly an advertised benefit, something that I have found a lot of use with is getting retention offers from American Express each year to keep my card open. These come in the form of membership reward points and are a great way to add a couple points to your account. The Platinum card also offers exclusive perks like the Premium Event Collection and Resi Dining. Now, while those last 2 I really don't use, I do use the hotel status with Marriott and Hilton, along with the car rental status. I do have to give the Platinum card 3 points on this, as it does offer the most perks that I can take advantage of. Next up, on the Sapphire Reserve, you're going to have access to only a few main benefits. But that's okay. First up, you're going to have access to the Edit, which is a curated collection of hotels that Chase has partnered with to offer some exclusive benefits. Then, you will also have access to Reserved by Chase, which, like Amex, offers exclusive access to certain events. Now, the Sapphire Reserve is a Visa Infinite card, which offers special car rental benefits for Avis, Hertz, National, and Audi On Demand. But the best benefit that the Sapphire Reserve offers is the points bonus when you're booking through the Chase Travel Portal. The Sapphire Reserve gives you a 50% point bonus, which is equal to getting 1.5 cents per point on redemptions. And you can do that for any redemption inside of the portal. This benefit could save a lot of points depending on what you are booking inside of the portal. The Sapphire Reserve gets 2 points for this category. And finally, the Venture X. This card is getting 1 point because it just doesn't offer a lot of benefits. And the one big benefit it does have is leaving the card at the end of the year. Hertz President Circle will no longer be offered on this card at the end of 2024. The Venture X does offer a 10,000 mile anniversary bonus, which is worth $100, and access to the premier collection of hotels. I will also note that one perk to this card is that the authorized users are free. On both the Platinum and Sapphire Reserve, authorized user cards are an additional cost each year. So now let's talk about insurance and protections. All three of these cards offer different travel insurance and protections when you purchase something with the card. On the Platinum card, you're going to find car rental loss and damage insurance, trip delay insurance, trip cancellation and interruption insurance, return protection, purchase protection, extended warranty, and cell phone protection. Now that is a nice range of insurance and protections to have, but there is one main problem. The car rental loss and damage insurance is secondary coverage, which means your main insurance would need to process a claim first before the card's insurance would kick in. In comparison, the Sapphire Reserve and Venture X both offer primary coverage, but we'll come back to that in a little bit. I'm going to give the Platinum card 2 points for this category. For a card that we usually refer to as the top dog of travel credit cards, it should offer primary rental car insurance. Now the Sapphire Reserve is going to be the winner for this category. I went into full depth on all that this card has to offer, including the insurance and protections. You can go check out that video right up here. It is a lot of insurance and protections, and even offers some more unique insurance like travel accident insurance, emergency evacuation and transportation, and emergency medical and dental benefits. These are the perks that make this card one of the best for insurance and protections. 3 points for this card. And finally, the Venture X. This card has the least amount of insurance and protections. The two main ones are primary auto rental collision coverage and cell phone protection. There are a few other insurances on this card because it's a Visa Infinite card, which I'll link down below for you to check out. I'm going to give the Venture X 1 point here, as it just doesn't offer as much as the other cards. Moving on, let's talk about annual fees. All three of these cards have higher annual fees than you might find on other cards. Starting with the Platinum card, you're going to be paying $695 a year just to hold this card. You're also going to be paying $195 for each authorized user you have on this card, which could get pretty expensive. But Amex does offer a companion Platinum card, which is free, but doesn't come with all of the perks that a normal authorized user card would, like lounge access. It's really just a way for someone to be able to spend money on the account and earn points. Now for this category, I'm going to rank the cards in terms of how much they actually cost to have. And yes, I know you can bring these cards down with effective annual fees, but I'm going to look at the base cost of just holding these cards. So the Platinum card is going to earn 1 point here. Next up, the Sapphire Reserve, which has a $550 annual fee. A little bit cheaper than the Platinum card, but the Sapphire Reserve does not offer a free authorized user. You will have to pay $75 for each user you would like to add to your card. The Reserve card will earn 2 points in this category. And finally, the card with the lowest annual fee and the best benefits for the authorized users, the Venture X. With an annual fee of only $395, it's certainly the most affordable option. And the authorized users receive full benefits, including lounge access, and they are still free. So the Venture X gets 3 points here, not just because it's the cheapest, but because it just has the best benefits for the authorized users. And finally, one of the biggest categories that we look for on a premium travel credit card is lounge access. On the Platinum card, you're going to find the widest range of lounge access, starting with unlimited access to the American Express Centurion Lounge, the Delta Sky Club, Escape Lounges, Lufthansa Lounges, Plaza Premium Lounges, and Priority Pass Lounges. Now there are a couple caveats to some of these lounges for entrance, so make sure to check the entrance policies before you head to the airport. I'm going to give 3 points to the Platinum card. Next up, on the Sapphire Reserve, you're going to find a much smaller selection of lounges to access. This is something I have noted in the past, and I would really love to see Chase work on this in the future. You're going to have access to the Chase Sapphire Lounges by the club, which is certainly a really nice lounge that is expanding. And you will also have access to Priority Pass lounges through a Priority Pass membership. Now, I would like to see this card expanded to include United Club lounges, and here's why. Chase and United already have a partnership with the United co-branded credit cards, and it would open up the Sapphire Reserve to be used in a lot more airports around the US. I'm going to give the Sapphire Reserve only 1 point in this category. And finally, the Venture X. The Venture X has access to the Capital One Lounge, which currently has 3 locations. I had the opportunity to visit the Capital One Lounge in Dallas, and it was pretty great. You're also going to have access to Plaza Premium lounges and Priority Pass lounges. I'm going to give the Venture X 2 points for this one. So who is the winner here? Well, based on how I would rank these cards, and keep in mind, this is fully based on how I would use them if I had them. It may be a completely different story for you, and that's totally fine. But for me, the Sapphire Reserve is the winner with 16 points. The Platinum card came in at a close second with 15 points, and the Venture X with 11 points. Now this does line up with what I have been thinking regarding my premium travel credit card. I have the Platinum card right now, and it's great for those premium benefits, but I find myself using the Chase Sapphire Preferred with the 25% point bonus it offers inside of the Chase Travel Portal, which is where the Sapphire Reserve comes in. With a 50% point bonus and a much larger travel credit, I think the Sapphire Reserve would fit into my travel needs a lot better. Last year, I would not have picked this card, but I'm having a change of heart. As always, let me know your thoughts down below. Where would you rank all of these cards? There are no wrong answers here. It's fully up to you and what your travel needs are. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to see more videos like this one in the future.